Hello and welcome back to Katawa Shoujo. We are continuing now this little journey of ours. Well, actually it's already a pretty long journey, but I enjoy it really well. I don't know if this did make sense. I think it does not. But we are left off here. Misha greets me with a wave and a devious grin as I walk through the door.
Didn't see you in this cafeteria, Hik-chan.
Yeah, I decided it was too crowded there. Misha grins gets even wider. Misha's grin gets even wider. Sorry for that.
Oh, really? Are you sure you weren't participating in an elected rendezvous?
What? What are you talking about?
You were on the roof, right? With both Win and Amy, no less. You Casanova, you.
We just had lunch, that's all. Misha burst into laughter, drawing the attention of several of my classmates.
You're so adorable when you blush like that, Hik-chan.
She gives me a conspiratorial wink.
Don't worry, secret's safe with me.
I highly doubt that, but there's no secret.
Oh?
Misha seems disappointed and then brightens up again.
Time will tell.
I don't know what the hell she's talking about, but blessedly our teacher comes in and the class starts. Another day of class has finally dragged itself to a close. Unexpectedly, what's wrong with my voice? I managed to stay awake for the whole day. I'm pretty sure that counts as a miracle. My legs seem unwilling to stand up for a moment. I guess the one took a lot out of me. I head down the hallway and make my way to my room. I sit down and half-heartedly chip away at my homework for a while, feeling like a vulture picking at a particularly unsavory carcass. It knows this is what it eats, but it's not. What? It knows this is what it eats, but it's not sure that it shouldn't be ordering takeout instead. This sentence doesn't make any sense at all, or does it? I don't think I can take this, but it's important to get my work done. Did this make even any sense, the last sentence? Now let's see, what was I supposed to be looking over again? I know it's a losing battle, but I fight it anyway. Halfway through my math homework, I put my pencil down. This isn't working. I need a distraction. Unfortunately, my options for distractions are rather slim. I'm not in the mood to read right now. Kenji is unusually out of his room at the moment. Oh. If I go to the student council room, I just end up doing work for those two. And heaven only knows where everyone else is, except for... well, I suppose that's an option. I grab my shoes and head for the track. Amy's probably down there. He really does what I'm hoping for so long. Track practice is just ending as I arrive at the track. The sun's beginning to dip low in the sky. Has it really gotten that late already?
What are you doing down here, Hisao? Come to spy on me, have you?
I give a shrug. To be honest, I'm not sure why I'm down here. Well, I certainly know why you are down here. I didn't have anything better to do. I figure that's about right. At the moment, Amy's the only person I can think of who I could visit.
So I'm your last resort, am I? Nobody cool around, so I just go see Amy? Is that what you thought?
She actually looks angry. A chance for some teasing of my own presence is itself. Actually, yeah, I guess you are. Oh, come on, you... That's not how you... Wait, yeah, what do I know? Amy pouts, widening her eyes to give the maximum amount of puppy dog resemblance. Kidding! I was kidding!
So you're down here to stalk me?
Wow, she looks rather happy about that. Wait, what? That's not what I meant. Why would I stalk you anyway? It's not like you require stalking. If you're not asleep or in class, you're down here, right? Amy laughs at this comment.
Well, you're not all wrong, I suppose, but you forgot about eating. I do that too, you know?
I nod, conceding the point.
Plus, I hang out with Win sometimes too, so really, I might take some effort to stalk.
What do you two do together anyway? You don't seem to have a lot in common. She puts her hands on her hips and assumes a superior air.
That's what you think. I've got all sorts of hidden hobbies, you know?
Oh really? Like what? Amy puts her head to one side as if she's trying to remember what it is she does in her free time.
Well, Win and I go out shopping sometimes.
I guess that makes sense. Amy's a girl after all. But Win? Oh. The stereotypes are real. Win comes with you?
We usually swing by the art supply store. Plus, she likes this music store that sells all kinds of weird sounding stuff. She says it helps focus her.
That makes a little more sense. I see. Any other hidden hobbies? Amy wags a finger at me.
No, why would I go and reveal all my dark secrets to you? We hardly know one another.
Somehow I think that's all that Amy has in the way of hobbies. Still, I don't think my question's been answered. Even if you do have a few hobbies, I still don't see why you hang out with Win so much. I mean, she's kind of weird, isn't she? This comment causes Amy to laugh loudly.
Ha! That's the understatement of the year.
So why? I mean, you're a lot better at conversation and stuff, so I figured you'd hang out with a lot of people, but I think I've only ever seen you with Win. Amy seems unusually defensive.
Hey, I hang out with plenty of people that aren't Win. You just don't see me doing it because I'm not in your classes.
Okay, but that still doesn't explain why you hang out with Win. I'm not even sure why I want to know this. I guess it's because lunch was so strange. Amy shrugs, looking for a moment very Winish.
It's because we have similar outlooks.
If you were to ask me the least likely answer to my question, that would be it. Wait, what was it? It's because we have similar outlooks? Do I understand that correctly? What do you mean?
It's like... Okay, Win paints and stuff, right?
Yes. I'm not sure where this is going.
Well, I won.
And
that's why we are similar. What?
You lost me. Amy frowns as if trying to figure out her answer.
Well, maybe it's that we do things for the same reasons.
Huh?
You know, we follow our passions.
So you're passionate about running and Win's passionate about art, is that it?
Well, sort of. Let me think. Well, Win explained it to me once, but I don't know how much of it I followed.
Not surprising. I think any explanation from Win would probably confuse anyone.
She says we both chase after an extreme. Like she's always trying to find a new way to show a particular feeling or something. And I won because of the feeling I get from it. And since we don't allow ourselves to be slowed down by anything, we make a connection based on that.
What do you mean slowed down by anything? Amy looks surprised and points to her legs.
You know, because I'm a runner and Wynn's a painter, even without arms. So we respect each other's determination. And that's why we hang out. I think.
Well, I'm not sure that made any sense to me. Well, it made kind of sense if you really would admit it, but from Amy's sheepish expression, she's not sure about it either.
Honestly, it's not something I think about much. We just get along.
Yeah, that's most likely it if you have someone you like, kind of.
I think that's really all that matters.
Yeah, and that's also a really valid point. I suppose she's got a point there. Another question strikes me, and since I've got nothing better to do, I ask it. So, what got you so into running anyway?
Oh, I've been running since I was really little. My dad was a runner, and so as soon as I could walk, he started teaching me how to run. It was our father-daughter thing, you know? Our own mutual hobby. Oh, she looks really sad.
A shadow crosses her face, and I'm shocked to see her looking sad. Yeah, me kinda too. Oh god, what is it? My throat is killing me. Well, not my throat, but this part here, and I don't know what it is. Maybe I've eaten too much or too much bubbly water. But what's wrong? Did something happen between them? Well, obviously she lost her legs at some point and that totally tore them apart in some way. Maybe. That's just a wild guessing.
Man, I don't have a lot of time left. Sorry, but I've got to get a few more laps in before I go see the nurse.
She races off around the track, hair streaming in the wind. And no, Lo! Get after her, man! It seems to me she's going a lot faster than she was this morning. As she rounds the track, I catch a glimpse of her face. It's much the same as it was this morning, but her eyes seem to have taken on a harder edge. I guess she's right. I don't really know much about her. Then try to know her a little bit better? Would that be an option? Yes, thank you. I watch her run for a little while, and then stand up to head back to my room.
Hey!
She spots me leaving and waves to catch my attention.
Don't forget, same time tomorrow morning, got it?
Got it! I head back to my room. Homework beckons. I can't sleep. My body's tired, but my mind is kept awake, staring at the ceiling in the hollow darkness of my room. I grasp desperately for a thread of thought, hoping that I can run my brain into the ground. All I can think of is how I can't think of anything. Oh, I thought you would think of something particularly. This is not productive at all. I wonder if this is a side effect of my medication, though it seems odd for it to take so long to show up. Then again, maybe I'm just not as used to my new surroundings as I'd like to think. I don't know, but for whatever reason, I'm awake and I shouldn't be. This is ridiculous. Ignoring my body's stiffness, I get out of bed and look at my clock. 4 in the morning. Last time I checked it was only 1, so maybe I slept a little. I don't know. I throw on some clothes and head out of my room. A walk might do me some good. You're going out in the darkness? God, that would scare me a little. I'm surprised at how chill the air is compared to the relative warmth of the day. I can almost see my breath as I wander the campus, waiting for the sun to come up or for me to fall asleep. At this point, either option works for me. I find myself at the track, where, for the first time, Amy is not out running. I suppose that makes sense, it's too early, even for her. The bleacher seats are cold, but at this point I welcome the sensation of the coldness on your behind. The sun is starting to show its face over the horizon. I think that's correct, and I know with an awful certainty that I get no more sleep tonight. The sun's steadily strengthening waves start to warm me up, and I watch the dew on the ground begin to steam slightly. My mind calms down. A little. Oh no. Someone's shaking me. Amy?
Hey, wake up!
What? I guess I fell asleep after all.
What are you doing out here? You're going to catch cold or something.
I wipe my eyes and am confronted by Amy, who bends over me with a worried expression. I'm still a little groggy, so my response comes out in a mumble. Couldn't sleep. Watched the sun come up.
Sounds like something Win would say.
I shrug, feeling the stiffness that comes with sleeping on a bench for a few hours. Is it? I wouldn't know. Amy grins a little at my somewhat cranky response.
So, couldn't sleep, eh? Obviously we need to run you harder today.
Oh, you can... No, I can't do it. Yeah, of course you can run him harder. Innuendo. Even though I've only known her for about a week, this seems a very Amy-ish response to the problem. Hey, my body was plenty exhausted after yesterday. My mind was just racing, that's all.
I don't see the difference. If you run hard enough, your brain will get tired too.
I'm seriously questioning the wisdom of doing this first thing in the morning. I don't know if my grades will be able to handle me tiring my brain out like that. Amy pulls me up from the bleachers with surprising strength for someone her size.
Now come, Hiso, we've got work to do.
I don't actually know if I'm up to this today, to be honest. I mean, I obviously didn't get much sleep. Why am I slacking off so much? And what sleep I got was on the bleachers. I don't know, should I really be running? Amy glares at me. What did you just said? This is blasphemy of all the one who's running. God heavens.
What are you talking about? Of course you should be running. How else do you expect to work out the kinks?
What?
You've been sleeping on the bleachers, for heaven's sake. The best way to get that soreness out is to run around a little. Now stop hiding in the bleachers and get down here.
There's no arguing that. I'm pretty sure she'd kill me if I didn't do as she said. I get to my feet and hop down to the track. The sun is warming things up rather nicely, I think. Amy and I begin to stretch out, and I find myself once again hard-pressed not to stare. If this is how I have to wake up every day, I might be able to get used to this.
You know, Hiso, it's not polite to stare.
Oh god, she noticed! I wasn't staring, I swear! Amy raises an eyebrow and considers me for a minute, as if evaluating my response. How could you not stare at such a beautiful person? There's a brief moment where I'm afraid for my life. Cool. But then she smiles and laughs, shaking her head slowly.
Honestly, you didn't have to deny it so strenuously.
In response, I clap my hands together and go for a change of subject.
So, that's enough stretching, right?
Amy gives a casual shrug.
Do you feel stretched? That's really how you tell.
Well, I do feel up to the one, if that's what she means. Yeah, I feel ready to go.
Same as yesterday, okay?
I'm sorry that I've totally forgot to set up Chrome. I don't know why I keep forgetting that. I would have looked it up, but I don't want to interrupt the stream of going here.
Well, I just run for a mile at a steady pace. Don't worry about going really fast, just worry about keeping the pace. Got it?
You're the boss. And we're running. Amy grins again, and we take off around the track. Dot dot dot. Dot dot dot. I think I'm going to die. Really? We're not even done with the first lap and my legs are on fire. My breath is coming in ragged gasps. I can feel sweat pouring down my brow, and we've only just now rounded the second turn.
Come on, Hiso. You've got 3 more laps to go.
You've got 3 more. What? How many laps we did last time? I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. I think I might hurl. Oh God! I hate my stomach doing this to me right now. Somehow we are on the second lap. Amy is not even sweating. How can she do this so effortlessly? Because she's in shape? She did it all her life, kind of? For some reason, I'm still moving. She's like a machine. Third lap. What happened to the second?
Almost there, Hiso.
Liar! We've got another 2! Nothing to be done. I can't do this! Amy whirls around and begins running backwards. Her face is a mask of anger that surprises me.
Never say that! If you say that, you have already lost. Keep moving. If you're alive, you can keep moving, damn it.
War, language. We're on the 4th lap now. She really seems to want me to keep going. Legs move, move. They feel so sluggish. I'm in mud. Or molasses. Or tar. I can't go on. I go on.
Final stretch, Hiso. Give it all you've got.
I pump my legs as fast as they go. They keep refusing to obey my commands. Somehow, I keep moving. Somehow, I finish.
That's it, Hiso. I knew you had it in you.
The anger Amy showed a lap ago is gone, replaced with pride. She's positively radiant, like she just won the gold medal or something. I stagger to a stop and fall to my hands and knees, gasping for air. My heart is pounding far harder than it has in a long time. Oh God, no! I don't think it's done this time. It's done this since. Oh God. Please slow down, heart. Just slow down. Stop racing. I cough and for some reason feel a grin crossing my face. So this is how I die, huh? No, please, this can't be the end of it. It's only Act 2. Trying to stay healthy? How ironic. I'm all ready to give up right there. But then I feel my heart slow down. 2 hands grab under my arms and tug upwards. I look up and see Amy standing over me with a mixture of delight and worry.
On your feet! Come on, you never catch your breath that way.
Somehow I manage to stand. I try to raise my arms above my head, but they feel like lead. I start to walk around the track, while Amy keeps close to me, like she's afraid I fall over or something. She may not be far off. I feel terrible and say so. Amy laughs.
But you finished, didn't you? You said you couldn't, but you did. Isn't that worth it?
I'm not sure, and I don't really have the breath to say so. But that small grin I felt on my face earlier hasn't left. So what if my heart's weak? I still survived this morning. Maybe I survive tomorrow too. As soon as it becomes apparent that I'm not going to suddenly keel over, Amy takes off on her sprints. I don't know how the hell she can manage to sprint after running a mile, but I guess she's in much better shape than me. Once again, as I walk around the track, I can't help watching Amy sprint. It's weird, but she's like a different person when she's pushing herself. Last time I noticed her eyes, but this time it's her mouth that catches my attention. She's not wearing her normal grin. She's still smiling, but there's a tightness to it. It's almost grim, like she's fighting a losing battle, but doesn't care. She seems to be running harder, like she did yesterday. Sweat has started to pour down her face, but she keeps going. Her mouth finally opens and she can no longer get enough air through her nose. As she passes me once more, legs pumping, arms swinging in time, and her limbs slightly parted, she looks beautiful. Oh, she got the love for it, finally. After we've both taken some laps around the track to cool down, Amy changes back to her usual self. The transformation I saw in her is gone.
Not bad today, Hiso.
There's almost admiration in her voice. What do you mean? I would have stopped if you hadn't yelled at me. Amy colors a little, seemingly embarrassed about her outburst.
Sorry about that. I just can't stand to see people give up. Especially about something like this. Saying I can't go on is silly when you're obviously going on while you're saying it. That's what this is all about.
What's saying silly things? Amy sticks her tongue out at me.
Idiot, I mean showing that you're alive.
Showing I'm alive, huh? I didn't know it had to be so painful. But it does feel pretty good despite that. This is actually pretty true. The last time I did sport, which was, to my shame, a few days ago, it felt kinda good if you exhaust yourself to a certain amount and then you feel still alive after that and you feel like you can still go on, but you had to stop at this moment because you were totally exhausted. But it does feel pretty good, despite that.
Besides, this one's one of the hardest days.
What do you mean?
Whenever you start a workout, it's difficult the first day, really hard the second day, and then the third day is easier. This is actually true. You still get days that are really hard, but they pop up less and less.
So this will eventually get really easy, huh?
Yeah, of course. But then you have to increase the difficulty, or you never get ahead. You just get complacent, and you lose the sense of accomplishment.
So I have to run more than just 4 laps, huh?
Yep, but not for a while. You have to be careful, you know?
A thought strikes Amy, and her face lights up.
Got it.
Got what?
You can come with me to see the nurse. That way you won't fall over dead or anything.
How charming. When?
Right now, of course. You need a shower and everything, right? We don't have much time then.
Grabbing my hand, she's off, pulling me along with her. My goodness. I totally forgot his voice again. I just go with my goodness, but you're in a hurry today, aren't you, Amy? I have no idea how we got to the nurse's office so fast, but here we are. The nurse grins at Amy and seems to completely ignore me. You've got plenty of time to take a shower and get to class, you know. There's no need to run through the hallways like that. I could hear you coming a while away. Somehow it doesn't seem like he's actually scolding Amy at all. It's like this is a sort of routine between the two of them. Amy does a passable imitation of remorse.
I'm sorry, I won't ever do it again.
Totally changed her voice. The nurse and Amy both laugh at some private joke. Suddenly it seems that he noticed me. Ah, hello, Hiso. What brings you here?
Well, Hiso's officially joined me on my morning runs.
I start to explain, but Amy cuts me off.
I thought he might need to visit you so that he doesn't die or anything.
The nurse raises his eyebrows in mock horror. Yes, that would certainly put me out of job fast, wouldn't it? Well then, Hiso, let's have a look at you. Lift up your shirt, would you? I'm suddenly very conscious of the fact that Amy's in the room with me and blush in spite of myself. Yes, she... Oh, can I see her shirtless too then? That would just be fair. The nurse seems to sense my discomfort, but it only seems to amuse him. A bit shy, are we? He makes an apologetic bow to Amy. Sorry, Amy, I tried to get you a free show, but it doesn't seem to have worked. Amy stiffens slightly and fires a look of annoyance at him.
You're an asshole!
What the fuck?
I can't believe she just said that!
Alright, this is hilarious. Amy bows to me apologetically.
I wait outside, okay, Hiso?
I begin to stammer that it's not really a big deal. She doesn't have to leave, but she's already out the door. Oh, you liked it then? And the nurse is laughing as he watches her go. Still got it. Ha! I don't follow. He laughs again, like he's on some joke that's over my head. I can still get her flustered. It's a competition of sorts we've had going on for a while now. That sounds incredibly sinister to me, and it seems as if the nurse realizes that too. That sounded a lot worse than it actually is, come to think of it. I wasn't going to say anything. No, you're right. I should fill you in, so that you don't get the wrong idea. I'm actually relatively new here, you see. I got hired on the same year Amy started going here. Before that, I worked with Amy doing her initial rehab following her accident. Hold on, what? We had to amputate her legs after a really nasty car wreck. It nearly killed her, and succeeded. He shuts up abruptly. I blink at receiving this unexpected piece of news. Well, that's not my place to say. Anyway, we've known each other for quite a while. So we have a slightly more familiar relationship than is strictly professional. He seems embarrassed, like he's done something stupid. You just told me her horrible thing that happened to her. She almost lost her life and now she tries to cherish it even more. And that's why she hates it so much that someone says that if someone says that he can't go on, if he actually can, because she knows what it felt like to be almost dead. But actually Hiso does know that too, so it should be relatable to him. I guess he's really worried about that. I wave a hand to let him know it's not a big deal. Don't worry, sir. I promise I'm going to be discreet. I had been wondering about what caused Amy to lose her legs, and that was one of the scenarios I thought of. There were only so many ways that could have happened, but actually hearing about the facts, it's still a little shocking. Well, thanks. You're a good kid, Hiso. I can see why Amy became friends with you. She's quite indomitable, you know? What do you mean? You didn't see her learning to walk. She'd go for so much longer than the others in the hospital. She refused to quit. She'd go for so much longer than the others. Normally, it takes years to get to a point where you can even think about running again. Amy did it all in about a year. He almost seems proud of her, like a father who watches his daughter win a competition or something. Hell, she'd probably have done it faster if not for the fact that we wouldn't let her. Wouldn't let her? Why not? Because she'd go for so long that her legs would start bleeding where they met her prosthetics. Oh. It's a real concern. It's why she comes by every day after she runs. To say nothing of the risk of infection if her legs get cut up and her prosthetics are dirty. Say nothing of the risk of infection if her legs get cut up and her prosthetics are dirty. So it didn't quite heal completely, I guess. But enough about that. If we don't get you on your way soon, Amy will think we are up to something. As she says this, he gives a wink and begins checking my heartbeat. The stethoscope is way too cold. He really should have heated it up or something before he used it. After a few moments, he leans back satisfied. Well, you sound pretty good to me, he said. You didn't have any chest pains while you were running, did you? No, not really. I had some trouble catching my breath though, and my heart was racing by the end too. The nurse frowns as I say this, but then shrugs. It's probably just because you're out of shape. But if you don't improve, then you should let me know, okay? Don't push yourself too much. And of course, if you have any chest pains, come to me immediately, right? I put my shirt back on, and the nurse leans out of the doorway to call in Amy.
What took you so long? Now I'm going to be late.
The nurse gives me a significant look. I was just seducing Hiso, that's all. What? What?
What? What? Come on, what have I told you about seducing my friends?
I'd expected Amy to be shocked by this, but instead she seems merely annoyed, scolding the nurse as if he were a child stealing cookies. Meanwhile, I try hard not to blush at the nurse's innuendo. I try not to do it again though. I fear young Hiso may be lost to the female gender forever. Wait, I try not to do it again though. I fear young Hiso may be lost to the female gender forever. Not freaking likely. Wait, what? He just made a joke! I can't believe it! Oh god, you can't even see me anymore! This is did he really just crack the joke? He cracked the joke? Did he really just do this? I didn't mean to say that out loud, but both the nurse and Amy regard me for a moment before bursting into laughter again. Did he really? Wait, I try not to do it again, though I fear young Hiso may be lost for the female. Not freaking likely. I don't know if he really. So he says that he's not forever lost by the females. Well, whatever. I take it as a really great joke, maybe.
Told you it was funny, didn't I?
Huh, I guess Amy does talk to the nurse about a lot of stuff. Well, Hiso, you should probably get moving. You still need a shower before class starts, don't you? Crap, he's got a point. And it looks like I've only got half hour. Thanks for your time. I see you later, Amy. Alright, I have to leave this episode here because I won way over time with this one. I hope you enjoyed it almost as much as I did. Leave a like if it is so. And I hopefully see you in the next episode. Stay tuned.